ka gano.
Napa man ni. Napa to. To kang jiboy. To kang jiboy draw. Kapit na mas 3,000.
Bigyan mo, siya. Chips.
Dagan pagiga comment. Tiga ko mi dala ko ni comment ay.
I-view.
Tiga ko na ko hindi ka.
Jeep, i-view lang ni Jeep kung nanay ito magawas diri live na bitang. I-click diri sa keyboard. Watch.
Ano makakuha di ka.
Walang tao ko yung
Ang ano man.
Saka hindi na dato, muna nag-stream.
i-view lang di ba Jeep? Kaysa gabi. Tawag sa YouTube ko, pastar na bang kon.
Pila
Ano
na.
yun?
Hanap pedas.
Dili, Rubik's Cube. Kanang hanap pitas.
Sige.
Wala na yung kon.
Ano pila ba ito? Untuk yawa. Dinadili ang pagsampit ni pasti o yuwa ni ipes
Pasti, any pasta.
Ayam.
Ginadili ang pagsambit ni pa.
Gusto niliyok nun.
Og ni Iwi.
Nana uy.
Kugamar.
Nana uy.
Extra. Maglag. Ang taon.
Tol, dito.
Look, Angel.
Tol.
Better. And now walk
Medyo
alone, and now walk from town.
Ligwit og gun.
And now walk alone, and now walk from town.
Mo, may hilig mo mga beatbox. Dahil man ikaw mga chicks man.
Bitas.
Diyan, lahat mo sumay daw, hilig yung mga chicks. Kami.
Classmate
Kaya
ako.
mga laki na, kami rang kauban ako, mga laki. Wala, ramay chill. Kami, kain buhaton. Ako yung opera ko sa classmate kabayan. Ako yung karat sigan training jam, ako yung brand. Opia ko.
Ang kan magod ang grade 8 dagko ay nagwadyo basta first to fourth dagko ay nagwadyo. Mga ginagway bagsak ang grade 8.
Eh, bagsak. Gawin ko sa nagkano extra. Namay kigutok na extra ko. Nalimtan, manuon. Bukman, gibukman.
Uy, ganun mga kon bito.
Naman sa kalagot good.
Ang pinakamaldita sa akong namo. Itong yung mape. Marang yung pinakamaldita.
Mang Fernandez,
Pinakamaldita
kailangan,
naman
Mang
ito
Fernandez
sa maldita
Mang
naman sa
Fernandez
murog.
ba?
Maldita
Sika
sa
to kung bayad
murog
to
jam
ng
kay
English?
dili.
Jam to, English jam? Maestra
Dili
to
ang mga
niya?
jam.
Maestra to niya?
Jam. Kan ang maestra sa kwan ay
English ba?
na underman na.
Ni Mang Fernandez? Yung muna, wala tayo nagbrado.
Jam na good yung tanan. Since grade 8 pa ikuha na nga.
Baka tayo gano'n no?
Dili classmate ako. Suko ko yung classmate.
Ano naman?
Tagal grade dili na English medium.
Yung ako gano'n eh. Baka palagi ni Alton ako dito ba? Sus, maestra ka ba?
Ingon ditong classmate na kapato na akong papa niya.
Ganito yung papa.
Nato. Saban, masaba.
Ako ano eh.
Kakaboy, bayad pa biya.
Sus, ako. Ako di ko madto. Pero, papa rin pa na. Yung classmate ako dyan, dati kulang sa mga dyan. Dati kulang sa mga. Sakit! Pasar mo noon! Ya, yung mga kalban na. Classmate ako mabugo.
Sa performance, mga dako kayo.
Lumay, gigutok. Strawberry. Na.
Dili, basin batasan na niya, mga hinigdutan siya.
Ina.
Saan? Sa batasan, mga good, mga batasan.
Batasan daw ah.
Lagi. Jam, batasan niya na
Ina sa
jam.
batasan jam.
Batasan niya.
Depende na sa-
Miskang pagdagang ikakulang. Sa batasan niya. Awag itong kaya nga ng good na. Kung mabagsak kayo mo, kung nindot yung batasan, pasal ka. Sabi nindota. Kung nindot yung batasan, sabi kayo nindota. Oh, itong classmate ka no?
Ano?
Napamaray.
Lagi batasan
Oh,
dyan. Batasan, yung batasan na eh. Bugo lang to siya.
live na po.
Nindot yung tagbatasan niyo, no? Di pa mga tawag skulahan.
Di ba sila? Napasa, perminted.
Sabi mo eh.
Pero karon na di ko ngayon.
Death comes for you.
I bequeath chaos. What proving ground is this?
Brood mother.
Yeah, I'm getting me blood up now.
I smell blood.
Meet your...
Hellbat, let's fly!
Let the carnage begin.
I fear no vile sorcery.
The age of ice begins.
I'm feeling punchy. Your prayers are answered. King am I of all.
With vim and vigor.
I'm a straight shooter.
Summoned forth. From the nether reaches, I return. Power, like a
Fuzzy Wuzzy.
Beware the restless dead.
These blades are...
The seasons...
I cut things. It's what I do.
I appear unto the world.
I am driven by secret.
We're Techie's demo.
I am ready.
I am Storm Spirit.
Look who's here.
March was thinking that they won't kill him on time, so because of that he drops Will-O-Wisp. I think it's really good that TNC is getting these kills as well. If you click on Phoenix, you can see that he's getting really close to Vessel, and that Vessel is a major game changer in this match, because you use it versus Bloodseeker, you use it versus Huskar. It just changes the way they have to play, and you see Wish already queuing up that BKB. Life Break isn't enough of a Dispel versus Vessel.
That's the really key thing here, right? Because now you won't be able to use a Life Break to initiate, you have to use it to purge. So who's your initiation if you Wind and Rain? Yol has to be godly placed, that's hard against the Beastmaster, or Nightstalker has to be going deep himself. Boogie is literally key to Wind and Rain winning this game right now. KP.
Do you really want to do this versus the trees?
Apparently he does. He forgot you need to chop these down. That's kind of the double-edged sword, right? You want to use them to protect yourself. The Primal Roar coming out. There's the Overgrowth as well. That's built for the Void, so he can't TP out.
But look at that. 4 heroes are forced to go top lane just to get that kill on KP. And this Dark Ascension hasn't been wasted. Not only do they get the kill, but it should pour into the next night, into the 15-minute mark, right? So this is always the best timing, pretty much, to use that Dark Ascension. Especially if you can get the kill as well.
Well, they're moving towards the mid lane as the night time is about to break. And come in, Life Break forward. Gabby doesn't care. Rupture, Sunray. It's a Bristle. What do you want from this? Blood right will sidestep.
They are damaging.
Get him low. He's confident about this. They're going to jump in. The X is going to go down. Static Storm used. We'll be able to get the kill. They give over the egg as well. They jump the gun and TNC get punished for it. KP chased on 2 next. Already used the Primal Roar. It is indeed nighttime, which means it's fight time as Boogie gives them vision for another kill, and they can take the tier 1 tower as well.
Yeah, Nikwa was also chasing on the right side, trying to get some more, maybe Kotl, maybe TA, but no glimpse. And Static Storm didn't connect. That's the problem. With that Phoenix, you're level 9 only. You need 12 to use your egg that aggressively. And also, they had 0 stuns there. We talked about March and his Will-O-Wisp that enabled them to kill that Bloodseeker, or was an overkill.
He didn't even use it.
He didn't have it in that last fight. And because of that, that egg just dies so fast.
And now he'll put down his Ignis. They try to jump in. Egg is still in the hands of Wish, and Armel now committed in a way he doesn't want to be. Blood Riot as well. And it looks like for his efforts, he will get the Aegis, but he will die. They do take out Boogie, and they get the Trine as well. Nefrit chasing in with the Rupture, finds Tim's. March needs to retreat. Buyback comes out for Trine in the meantime. Nefrit will stay alive, but Gabby standing his ground again. Wish. Well, he's actually trying to turn his opponent into a giant candle that he can blow out, but it won't work.
Yol bought back for some reason as well. Maybe jumped the gun a little bit there, but overall, I think TNC, it could have went much worse for them, considering they jumped in and they didn't snatch that Aegis, but they do get a couple of kills and they get the Aegis off of Wish, right? So,
and that's critical, right? Because you're a Huskar. That Aegis is so crucial to your success. I think we saw it from Wind and Rain yesterday, where it was similar to the previous game. They kept getting these Aegises and then losing them straight away. So, who has the advantage now that you're in this Aegisless scenario? Do you like TNC for the next 2-3 minutes?
I think it's going to be really important for TNC to set up their fights properly with all the spells. Do not like use Will-O-Wisp on one side of the map, then 30 seconds later egg on the other. If you do manage to use all your spells together in one big team fight, you definitely have an advantage, because even BKBs won't save in the rain, as you have BKB piercing abilities. You have that roar from the Beastmaster.
And of course the egg, which you've almost got level 2 on Tim's now. Up to 11. That also means he has his GPM talent online, and he has the Spirit Vessel to work with, so they can get active even in the nighttime. It is a little bit more risky though.
BKB on Nefrit hunting together with the Night Stalker, together with Rian.
He understands his timings well. That's what I like to see. And KP just deforesting low. Man, this man, he should open up his own lumberjack company.
So far, he has cut down quite a lot of trees.
I think the other thing, like, we're starting to see a little bit more now, is you always have to remember that Huskar has that disarm against the TA, right? And that small window can cost Armel very dearly. Wind and Rain, they'll stack up, take the tier 2 bot. That way you're prepped for the next Roche. You don't have to come down here anytime soon. But look at the early smoke. They're already moving out.
It's still nighttime for 2 minutes. Why not? Go fight.
And you have a Trins. The tier 1 tower is not dying quick enough. TNC. coming in now. They will get the up. Without attention, Boogie chasing as quickly as possible. The Primal Roar comes out. Like break across, looking for it. Ignis Fire is going to get dropped down. They'll kill off the Night Stalker straight away. The TP out successful by Beastmaster. Now Nefret with the Rupture, holding TA in place. Armel will fall. Wish doesn't care about the Ignis anymore. Dive in, Tims goes for the egg. Puts the Spirit Vessel out. The egg, no, the Blind of Light, trying to keep it alive. The Purge, no, they're going to get the egg. Wish fights up against it. The Blood Right goes down, and so does the Brittle Wither. Wish still going. Will kill off March. They're not respecting the Huskar.
It's the same problem, right? The second fight in a row, they do the same mistake. They fight without everyone being there on time. But it's because Wind and Rain caught them off guard. Wind and Rain, they smoked up, they rotate towards mid tier 1, and they defended so well with that Disruptor, using the Gleam, setting up everything properly. Ignis Fatuus, Will-O-Wisp really didn't matter in that engagement because there was no follow-up, there was no egg on top of it. When you have those two balls, one Disco Ball, one Sun, like when they're together, combined, they dish out a lot of damage. So far, Kotal and Phoenix haven't played together. TNC, they're an amazing team. They played incredibly well in the last few days, but they're struggling at the moment in this match.
No, you're right. It just feels like TNC are always one ball short of a pair, right? It comes later, but by then it's too late. Use your balls together, and it's a fair assessment, right? You see it as, it almost feels like TNC are just being forced into these reactionary moves. You can see this smoke, they want to actually be proactive, and this is what we need to see. KP moving out with them. It's mainly just a warding run at the moment, though.
They don't really have the big ultimates, but you do have Vessel complete, have Roar, Medallion. You can pretty much burst down a target if you find someone, but you need to find them alone.
He has found March, but the old man's too quick. So things will calm down as daytime sets in. This might be the opportunity that TNC have. Seeing as Boogie, he will have the Dark Ascension again, but he's not just running around all willy-nilly. I'm concerned about this double core from Wind and Rain at the top, though. Yes, TNC have the 3 next spots, but these, I mean, this is prime time. If you're 11k net worth on these two heroes at 20-minute mark, you feel invincible almost.
Yeah, they're definitely doing really well. We will see an Aghanim soon from Night Stalker too, as he's 1,000 gold away.
And then he'll join his comrades at the top of the network chart.
Aghanim, it's not only about the team fight potential that it brings, it's about the farming capabilities that it allows you to have. You basically just farm so fast. However, he is a position 3 in this game, so he shouldn't be given too much space to get much more after Aghanim. We'll see though.
And in the position of 3, unlikely we see the Meteor Hammer coming out anytime soon, but do you still think if you're a 5, you get a little bit of gold together, it's worth doing?
It's hard to say. If your team is winning, then you can kinda get it, I guess, but I'd much rather see some saves coming from it.
Like a Glimmer Cape, maybe?
Glimmer, Force as well, something similar would be good.
They do have one of those as well, Nikwa. Not too bad for them right now. Nefret is hunting. KP. No blink for 6 seconds. He's going to walk straight into him. Can't get the Rupture just yet, and there it is. We'll go for the TP out, the ultimate counter, but the glimpse is there. And KP is soon to not be.
Yeah, that Force Staff from Nikwa actually coming into play there, as he was too far, but with the Force he gets in range to use the Glimpse. Glimpse is the Beastmaster, and the TP has been averted.
One of those games where Nikwa's like, build Basher. Nefret says no. It's like, fine, I'll just get the Force Staff. It is like one of the best items in the game.
And now they go for tier 1. Also a good thing that Wind and Rain have got going for them is obviously Yol and his living armor. That tier 2 on top lane was on 1% HP. Right now it's healed up to 500 already.
And over here,
You'll keep it going. Soon it'll make it full recovery. However, the tier 2 for TNC, not so much. As they have
BKBs. For TNC, it's so important right now to get BKBs on anyone that can buy them. You can see the Templar Assassin is going for one.
Even Tims.
Even Tims, the Phoenix is going for a BKB because you don't have a Force and it's not really reliable versus Night Stalker anymore. So get that BKB just to be safe versus Cryptic Fear is super important.
Absolutely, because the thing is, if you build 4 stars, you're against a Bloodseeker as well. So you're actually just helping his combo if you're ruptured up. Not ideal for them. Roche might come up in a minute's time, and this is the time where if they get their hands on this Aegis and they don't expend it straight away, it's likely you see Wind and Rain on TNC's high ground. They'll just get the overgrowth out on Armel. Primal Roar out, they'll just leave it at that. Or will they?
Versus some other hero, perhaps you would drop the Static Storm, but considering it's a TA and she has a blink, maybe it's not the best option, right?
No. It's like, it's nice you get the primal right out of the way. Like, overgrowth is powerful as well. It just feels like it's harder to find a good overgrowth than it is to find a good primal roar, right? It's kind of the easy execution. One's targeted, one requires amazing position from a POS 5 Trin.
And he was gonna die.
Yeah, he knew he was gonna go.
If he didn't use that, he dies there, so... Uses overgrowth, takes some more time off of them.
We're just looking to see what is Bristle up to next. Because he did have the... So he committed the halberd first before going for the BKB.
Yeah, so he's buying a BKB as well. Which is a little bit problematic when you blink a Bristol back. You really hate that item. Sometimes it's really necessary, but you'd much rather do without it, right? You'd much rather buy something else, tank up a bit more. Yeah. They're severely lacking damage. So far, TA has been the only one that really dishes out the damage. The rest of them are just kind of there.
They have a gradual minus armor lineup, so it's not actually that terrible in the end against the Huskar. And the thing that you got to look at here is he's at least going for the halberd first. The problem is this Huskar almost has an axe complete. In fact, he's just 200 gold out. That is a little bit worrying. How's Armel looking? BKB complete. He's going for the Orchid next. Nice way to burst down a few of these heroes, but there is the BKB concern, right?
Yeah, that Orchid plus the Bloodthorn afterwards definitely can help out.
Especially against Boogie, who has no intentions of getting a BKB.
But man, there's also an Aghanims, full Aghanims completed on Huskar. He just needs the courier to send it to him.
They might connect before it gets here. TNC are moving out. Root's up in 10 seconds.
Like TNC, they're in a good spot when it comes to net worth. You can see that they're actually in the lead. Not a huge lead, but there is a net worth lead on their side. However, it does feel like Wind and Rain are in control, and they're the ones to beat.
That's definitely the case, and with Roche up in 40 seconds, Wind and Rain, they have that window to pick up the next big items and get ready to fight. The pressure is now on TNC to try and find a pick-off before that's the case, because you are a little bit scared of them in the pit. Wish moving in. Will be slowed down. There's no way you assault this Huskar right now, though. There we go.
He's just going in.
He's like, let me touch one of you. It's a touch of death.
He's just bullying them so hard.
There it is. Jumps in, blinked away, chasing on the KP. Gonna push him back for the moment. Now the rush is gonna come out. Scrape as well. Overgrowth. Jump across into the blood right. Control is good. Phoenix down for 48 seconds. And now Armel with the BKB. Fight up against Nephra. The Ignis is good. Now needs to move away. BKB. Nephra will be able to run it off and still fighting in the back line. Wish with the BKB. Can't find much. Finally gets the vision. The Glimmer Cape won't protect him. Buyback comes out from Disruptor. Tree barely alive. One hit needed. We'll be able to find him. In the meantime, TA is dead. Primal Roar comes out. KP trying to fight up. The Sunray around. Wish jumping across. He will finally go down. He hits the deck, but now it's the Boogie show. Gabby, there's the egg. Trying to fight off. The egg will go down. They will at least get the kill on the Bristle. They can't kill off the egg in time. Gets the main stage. They've got Nephra. He comes in. They're all low enough. He has the attack speed. TNC get wiped. And Wind and Rain can do whatever they want.
Man, Wind and Rain, after that first game, definitely improving their team fighting. Like, they... Huskar, did you see that? He goes in with the life break, but they kite him so far out. Beastmaster, he blinks behind the tier 2 even. But Huskar doesn't care. He's a beast. He stands, he fights on. He's fighting under Ignis Fatuus too, under Will-O-Wisp, because he does have that BKB to work with. I think one of the biggest mistakes from TNC in that teamfight is Tim's dying instantly without using the attack. He could have used it, but he was afraid that the egg is just gonna die instantly. In the end, he buybacks, he comes back into the fight, but his egg simply does nothing. They need to combo their spells. They need to use Will-O-Wisp and the egg at the same time. Because at that point, perhaps you'll have a roar to go through those BKBs too.
And it's a stagger delay. And it literally shows you the way that Wind and Rain's draft completely transitions, right? We kept talking about the Huskar and how he is so threatening. But you've reached a point now. Look at the Bloodseeker's net worth. It doesn't matter if you kill Huskar. Huskar is dead. Long live the carry. And as a result, that carry is now going to take down your shrine. Roche is now up, and while Huskar might die again, if he does, this time he'll probably have a second life to work with, and you don't have your combos with TNC.
Yeah, you have that butterfly completed on the Bloodseeker. Now you don't even have ways of killing him. There's some AoE damage, there's Phoenix obviously, but once he pops his BKB, you're not taking Bloodseeker down. They go into the pit.
Now the Rush is going to come out. Gabby will just stand there. He likes doing this a lot. We'll move away. Wish wants to fight. He is up in the high ground, but you do have that second life to work with. Blood right to zone them away. With Prowler to be annoying.
He's just doing the same thing like before. Yep. Move uphill on his own.
Like we've done this before. Are we doing a repeat of the last fight list? We might be.
Glimpse.
Oh, now. needs to escape the jump in. Oh, the dark attention, jump straight in, silences them all up. The Blood Right follow up, they push them back. The Phoenix is dead for 50 seconds, he can't fight back. The Ignis does go down, but it's a runaway one right now. Big B ever can run them down. KP buys back. We'll back off for a moment. Boyd slows them all down, but he doesn't. Armel just being juggled around, doesn't want to use that B.
Yeah, they just forced the buyback on Beastmaster for what? He can't really do anything with it. The only benefit of it is trying to defend this high ground, right?
And what did you get out of them? Nothing.
You didn't even take the Aegis from the Huskar.
All the cheese.
And the way they initiate, it's so easy. It's not like they're doing some master plans, right? It's not like some smoke, creep up behind them, attack them from the sides. No, they just run at them. And the difficulty that TNC is facing right now is Glimpse, right? You have Aetherland's Force Disruptor. It's so easy for Nikwa to find the target.
He's already looking for more. Only two people feel confident on the base. Gabby and then Armel, mainly because Armel has a BKB. He's not worried about the glimpse. And Gabby, well, if you can't be tanky, what can you be as a bristleback? If anything, at this rate, you might be baseless, because look who's back at it. Wind and Rain on the high ground once more.
He doesn't feel too tanky, does he? He needs to get a lot of these.
Jump in. Boogie interrupts the Sunray again. How do you deal with Wish?
You need to take him down somehow without using too many spells, so that the Aegis is lost, and then after that you kind of, I don't know, you somehow try to take a fight. They're in a really difficult spot right now, but they were in a really difficult spot that last game too, and they made a comeback. You'll see if they can.
True. It feels like it's the type of lineup you have to curb the aggression of, right? Like, Huskar does admittedly start to drop off at a point, but how long will this?
Well, first and foremost, you need to concentrate on yourself and what items you need. And if you are TNC, I believe it's the MKB on TA. That's their next big item that's definitely necessary. Without that MKB, it's not even about the Huskar. You said it yourself. The carry is that long live the carry. It's the Bloodseeker. He hits just as hard. And he's on top of the network charts at the moment.
The good reason. Meanwhile, Wish is enjoying his axe. He's taking tours of the map, as you do. And he's going for the AC next, which is just going to make it even harder to kill the Bloodseeker or him. And speaking of the Bloodseeker, it is Satanic next on the hit list. At which point, do you have the stuns to kill him? Maybe if you get late to Melt Bash on Armel?
Even if you do, there's so much status resistance, right? SNY on Bloodseeker, Satanic next.
The classic troll meta, adapted for the Bloodseeker one. They're waiting near the base. They realize that TNC, there's only so long that they can stay in their base. You can already see the moves coming out from KP and Tims just to actually split the map, try and alleviate pressure, and more importantly, don't stack up to farm the same spot.
Look at KP, he's trying to split push on the bottom lane, but Yol is in a...
Oh no, he didn't want to go for the overgrowth.
Yeah, that was really good from him though. Like, he realizes that he's in danger, he just uses one spell, he uses the Wild Axes and goes back.
And the problem was that they had long TBs, so it's not like they could have got Boogie there in time.
It's about Nikwa, right? He's pretty much the most one. If he's in range for that win, you can't escape unless you have BKB.
Definitely. Now smoke coming out. Wind and Rain want to keep up this aggression. They can actually do anything with it. They still have Aegis and still have a minute left. Gonna have to do something soon if they want to actually maximize its use though. See, have managed to rescue control of their high ground near the Roche pit, so it won't be an easy climb in by Wind and Rain unless they find the back door open. Boogie moving in. Dark Ascension activated. Doesn't know what he's going to be looking for at the moment, but he will see it now. The glimpse back gives the vision on to Gabby, the big target. Life break in. Wish getting pretty low, but not low enough. But this arm's going to come out now. The blind light to try and protect his life, but it's too late. The overgrowth, everything's thrown him. He's going to start to heal up, bring down the trees, but not enough. Bristle dead, and so is the Keeper of the Light with him.
He does have buyback, but Kotal does not. And because of that, they might just go high ground right now. Melee Rack on the mid lane, they're the ones.
Nah, that's not enough gold. Armel was trying to get the gold from the tower to maybe give buyback to the Cole.
160 more remaining for him.
And no runes anytime soon.
Yeah, he can't get that gold. However, Aegis, yeah, has been reclaimed. That might force them back, and it seems like it will. Even though they're 4 versus 3, you don't want to risk the buyback and suddenly they turn the game somehow. They are getting their items though on the side of TNC. You can see that there's a BKB on Phoenix. That MKB that we talked about on TA has also been completed. That's a big one. Bristleback definitely needs his BKB. Like, if you're a Bristleback, you shouldn't be the one that just dies instantly.
Yeah, this life break, the burns, all of it is just destroying him. And it's great you got this disarm, but there's a disarm in return as well. Maybe in the call is the one to look to next. Get another 4-star in there that can make all the difference. And this is another big item. KP going for the Lotus Orb. Obviously doesn't work that well against the Night Stalker anymore, but can screw up some life breaks, ruin some glimpses.
Some ruptures, perhaps.
Definitely. That's the big one right now, in fact.
If you manage to do it. It's pretty much, it prevents Bloodseeker from using that Blood Rage than anything else. It can work super well versus Life Break too, because you can't stop it. Once he starts with that Life Break, you can then pop the Lotus and...
Yeah, because it's on contact, and there's no way that he can stop the commit. But it is a minute and a half minimum until the next Roche. And you know Wind and Rain. That is the win condition right now. TNC, as you said, the items coming online. I don't think you can let them get this one for free, Liz. This is a game-ending type of Vegas.
Definitely. And one good thing for TNC is the fact that they fight really well around Roche. You have Phoenix, you have Kotl. These guys are amazing around Roche. Plus, you will have a lot of vision from Hawks.
That's been a big highlight of what Wind and Rain have been doing this game. They've been forcing fights away from the pit, so you're not always able to get the maximum value out of that Egg Ignis combo.
They've been forcing fights everywhere, actually.
This is true.
They've just been forcing fights, and it worked out for them. They have this lineup with the Huskar that allows them to do that.
Yol is bot, maybe forcing a fight. Not enough damage to Korea.
Oh, they're coming, though.
They are indeed. Something to go. Ignis is going to be there as well. Good for follow-up. They're already about through one. Buyback comes out of the tree. BKB, but Huskar, he's stunned up for so long, trying to fight those against it. It's going to eat the cheese in time. Needs to jump away with the life break. Get out of range of the egg. It does go pop, but it doesn't stun him up. Now they need to retreat. Nefer on the back line. Finds March. We'll bring him down first. Chase through, looking for more. Armel, drag back with the glimpse. He'll look for the TP out, but he won't get it. They hit him up with the void, and they will kill off the Templar assassin. Another good fight. You do have buyback on the TA, though.
That's an amazing fight by Wind and Rain, and it just shows how strong they are, because even though TNC, they set up everything properly, it was their plan, and it's the first time that they utilized everything that they had in a single team fight. The Roar, the Will-O-Wisp, and the Egg were used, but it didn't matter. Also, they put Gabby there to bait, and he baited well, and it was only 2 members of Wind and Rain fighting them initially, but it still didn't matter because the Huskar was too strong. I believe he had Cheese there at T8, right?
Yeah, he got it off just in time.
Exactly, and then he just turns with a BKB, and if you're TNC, you have to run. 3 of them do survive, but TA does die.
And credit to Yol. All right, he tried for that Korea. It looked like a slip-up, but they turn it around as a team so quickly. Wind and Rain, they're back in that base. 40 seconds out of T. If you force the buyback, you're happy with that, and you back off. But I mean, he's reluctant.
Once you force the buyback, do you really run? They have pretty much no ultimates but Roar. Let's see, probably you go back.
Back off a little bit. They respect Gabby. It is a bristle after all. This hero tends to sneak up on you. Not enough that he's not going back in. They're going to move in. The boy's going to be there. Bloodlight slows them down low enough that who are going to get started up. They move in. They find KP. Static Storm down. Bristleback protected by the Glimmer Cape. Holding on to that BKB charge. It is important. The buyback comes out from KP though. They got TA in 10 seconds, but they haven't got immediately racks in the bot. Yep. And Wind and Rain are out.
They're 2 sides up. They didn't force the buyback from the TA, but Wind and Rain, they got what they came for, and they're happy with it. Well, Yol still is around there, but he will TP away.
I mean, if anything, you're just as happy because, yes, Armel's buyback is huge, but KP is a big enabler here, and you've seen how much they rely on the Primal Rules to start these fights. If he dies, maybe their hopes of winning this game and keeping a clean sheet too will go down.
Yeah, that's why they smoke up instantly and into the pit. This could be good. This could be huge. It's Aghanim's.
Look how quick it's going down.
Yeah, it's almost dead.
Dark Ascension, Wind and Rain, trying to move him right now. Boogie has the equivalent fear, will move in. Ignis goes down. Gabby does get the Aegis though. Boogie pushed away. They activate their BKBs and TNC will look to retreat. They finally pull one back.
Actually taken by Phoenix.
Boogie's going in. He goes half. Cheese getting the BKB. He's going to go pretty deep. The egg is going to come out now. He's going to turn his attention towards it. Cole knows the egg, but not in a good way. It's gone. Cole down as well. Moving across, looking for more. Buyback out for the Phoenix. KP is dead. He's a dieback though. Gabby trying to fight against his BKB is already used. He's gone down once. They're going to surround him. They have the life break. They have everything they need. They've got the Static Storm as well. They'll throw it down the side to stop the reinforcements. Can't stop. Bristol trying to move away. Looking at Nequan. The Static Storm's going to go down now. Trying to move away. Sunray is going to be cancelled. Nequan might just about live, but will Phoenix moves away in time. Disrupted down for 100 seconds, and Tim's barely escaping alive.
There's no buyback on the Beastmaster. And the Phoenix has died back now.
Oh.
Yeah, Wish just with the spear damage takes it down. And now you're in a pickle. 3 versus 3, but man.
Out of the 3 you could have chosen. Make that 4. There's the buyback. Disruptor goes, wait.
Wind and Rain
That's a win.
do look much stronger, but they had some mistakes there, TNC. They've been playing really well in the first series. The second series is a bit rougher. They're playing versus the Huskar, but in this team fight,
Troll going low. Wish being chased onto by Armel right now, but he's going to be able to give him the cheese and eat it up in time. Armel in trouble himself. BKB silenced up and dead though, and it looks like it might be Wind and Rain's time to shine. TNC hunted down, looking for more. BKB won't be needed. They'll find the kill under the Bristle. They'll wipe them down here. Buyback comes out from Bristle. The last hope for TNC to hold. But they'll jump in again. They'll push him away. They're looking at the tier 4s. They know they can end this game. The clip's going to be used. Jump even deeper. Static Storm, BKB, Gabby. Now's the time to shine. Armel with the buyback. Looking for the turnaround opportunity. But look at the movement on this Huskar. No, no, no. As he just life breaks his way to safety. Turns around on the tier 4s. 5 seconds till KP's up. It's do or die.
Here we go, Beastmaster is up. Can they defend the throne? Very unlikely, but
they're going in. The Primal is going to come out. They melt for a boogie. Buyback comes out. Nepal with his own BKB. Focusing on the throne. The disarm of the Bristleback, so it's not even threatened. And it looks like they've done this. The weather report is in. It is cloudy with a chance of wind and rain. Ruined TNC's perfect strike of this group stage.
Is this their first loss, man? Wind and Rain just showed up so hard, and they're a new EU stack.